Hey guys, it's Caden, and I'm here with our resident Santa Claus, Robb Smith, and welcome to another episode of Get Prepped the Podcast, where we talk with voice actors, nonprofit leaders, and business owners about a going to be a new game, Get Prepped. I figured, and the holidays are right around the corner, it's only right to join our Santa Claus in interviewing our families that are going to be in the game. This first family is the Gordons. Thanks for coming on, guys.
Thank you for having us.
All right. My first question for you is, what encouraged you as a family to get into voice acting?
Well, I think what encouraged, I feel like I speak for everyone here, is that, I'm like, the lead actor, like I'm doing like most of the stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I was doing acting for a long time, ever since I was like younger. And I auditioned for this role originally. And I kind of like got us all started by getting like a first role like away from the family. And then my little brother had also done an audition and they had liked him. So now we're like all doing it as a family. This will be their first time voice acting, but this will be my.
Well, 2 times is impressive. It's definitely impressive. This upcoming game is honestly my first voice acting role too. So, welcome to the field, guys. My next question for you is, well, how does it work with multiple people needing to use the VO booth?
We just kind of work it out together, whoever needs to go in or whoever's really ready, right? So we'll go ahead and work out characters and how they're supposed to act and what their motivations are. And as that person is ready, and generally it's my son because he is the actor in the family, we'll let him kind of go first. And then the little brother always kind of does what the oldest brother does anyway. So it's kind of easy to kind of have him kind of lead the way for us. And then we'll all kind of work our way in after that.
Absolutely.
I definitely respect that. I have to use a lot of my family stuff too, and we all share it as well, same as anyone else. I'm going to turn it over to my co-host to ask you guys some questions before we move on to the next VO related question.
Yeah.
Take it away, brother.
Thank you. And thank you guys for being here. This is amazing to see a family being able to come together in something like VO. It's work, but it's also a lot of fun and a lot of play, especially when you get to have those kind of connections with people that you're with all the time, and you can share that. I know I shared the stage with my kids when they were younger, doing like Christmas Carol and things like that, and it was always such a special time to be a part of something like that. So for you guys, other than doing this project together, what do the holidays look like for the Gordons in the Gordon household?
Well, for starters, we're just going to spend time with our family here in the Atlanta area. We have a nice dinner planned. We have family coming in from out of town. We have family that's here locally. So after we open presents and we're just going to have dinner together. That's the Christmas holidays. For New Year's, we're going to head out to LA, and we have a project over there that Alex, our most experienced entertainer and actor, is involved in LA, where he also is involved heavily in stand-up comedy. So he's going to be performing at the Laugh Factory out in Hollywood. So we'll be spending our New Year's in Hollywood.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And so for the holidays, do you guys have any special like traditions? Do you do like a dirty Santa? Is there like do you do the pickle on the tree or any of those type of like family type of traditions that you look forward to year after year, other than just being together?
We actually have a few. We definitely do Elf on the Shelf, and we try and play around with that, right? We also, Alex is his birthday is 2 days before Christmas. So we kind of have like a bunch of things happening back to back. So on the 23rd, we celebrate his birthday. On the 24th, the kids can open one gift. And then on the 25th, then we actually, celebrate Christmas. But other than that, no, not anything too special. We do have the lighting of the Christmas tree, and we do we don't put the presents under until right after, the night before, that sort of thing. And
You mean Santa?
you're right. Santa.
That's right. I put them under the tree.
That's right. We all know Santa puts him under the tree. All right, getting back into voiceover for a little bit. What's a funny outtake that has happened during a recording session that you guys want to share?
Well, when I was on set filming Underdogs, there was a funny moment. So all the kids on set, Snoop Dogg was one of the main characters, if not the main character of the movie. So when like we would be like maybe on like a break or something, or producers might be like setting up for the next scene, the kids they would try to rap battle him, and the person you would expect to win was yeah. Let's say he lived up to his name. Yeah. See, I'm a humble guy, so I didn't want to just take the L. So I didn't even try.
I respect that. I love hip hop music myself, and I definitely respect Snoop. One last question for you before we go back to holiday plans for a bit. What is one benefit of working together in a field like this?
Just being able to play off of each other, I would think. I mean, we're already a family. So if there's an opportunity to do something as a family and we get to play a role as a family, we get a chance to just kind of let our family shine through, which is kind of awesome. We're a fun family. We do a lot of games and stuff like that around the house. We have a kind of internal house game of tag that like the kids always try and catch you off guard and stuff like that. So it's just us being us and trying to take on some of the roles and characteristics of whoever we're playing.
Yeah, and just being able to transform into a character as a family. 4 different characters. Well, actually, Alex has 2 different roles for this video game. So just being able to transform and do it as a family would be so much fun.
I definitely respect that. It's definitely fun, and I can tell you guys definitely play off of each other, so I can't wait to see how that turns out in the game. Rob, before we close this off, do you have any more holiday questions that you want to ask the Gordons?
Yeah, absolutely. This is one last question here, something that maybe a little bit more reflective for you. The holiday season is a great time of giving. And being able to give your talents so that other people can be entertained is one amazing way to give. But is there any other special ways that you guys like to give back to your community, to your family, to the world at the holiday season?
Absolutely. We have tons of stuff that we're involved in. We actually do Souls for Souls, which is through AARP. My mother is actually the president of the why can't I think of the name? No, the chapter in Douglasville. Sorry, the Douglasville chapter. And so we always help her every year with that. She also does a drive for diapers and other goods for single parents. So we do that as well. The kids do their own projects actually through school, which is awesome. And we just try and give back as much as we possibly can. Christopher doesn't get a chance to talk a whole lot, but he is a great artist, and he draws and does a lot of gift cards for kids, which is cool. And he draws his own pictures for that, and that gets a chance to give those out. We're also going to be doing a comedy special. Alex is doing a comedy special for kids that are homeless. That's a big one too. So for orphan children. So we are doing a lot actually, and that's actually this week. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So thank you so much for giving of yourselves, of your talents, but also of your time. That is one of the things we can never get back, is when we give our time to others, and to spend your time so preciously on something so valuable that you may not see an immediate return personally in that, but it's something that definitely warms your heart and builds your own humanity, and your own belief in people and in kindness. So thank you so much for that.
I absolutely agree. That's what the holidays are all about. Anyways, that's good and do for listening to you guys. Thank you so much to the Gordons for coming on and sharing their story, and for my co-host Rob for joining me once again. If you guys want to see more amazing interviews with those involved in Get Prep, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Get Prep channel. And to learn more about the game, scan the QR code here. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.